Okay, I wanted to wrap up a couple of things that I kind of overstepped during the video. I said if we create a note card and give it a name, I'm going to make it a different name. I'll name it Set Stories 1. And we look at this asset UUID, we see that it's all zeros. Okay, so that's not really a valid asset UUID. So if we do something like add set stories into our build, as it is there, and touch it from menu. Come on, menu, what's going on here? Touch, there it is, okay. So we have the normal stories that we already built, and we have the stories 1. If we click stories 1, we see that we have an error that says could not find set stories 1. So literally it just does not exist yet in the world of Second Life. But if we were to edit this, we see we can't save it. We can't edit and save it yet. We have to make a change. By putting a space in there, we can actually change it. Let me backspace that out so that it's literally a blank note card. And I can still save it. So when I do save it, there it is. Now I did that here. If we look, copy asset UEID, we see that we have a valid UUID in there. And now if I add this set stories that I changed into the pad, click for menu, we see we have set and we have stories 1 in there, or we have stories and we have stories 1. If I click stories 1, it runs it, we get remenu, everybody's happy, and everything works. It doesn't do anything, but because it's empty, there's no instructions inside, but yet it still works. It's a valid UUID. There's one more thing I wanted to show you about adjusters. If we erase the adjusters and they're out, and they're fully functional, we can see them, and we literally take or delete this base, you see that the adjusters automatically go away as well. Well, I've remembered one more thing I wanted to talk about here. On this pad, let me move that out of the way here a little bit. Let me touch it and utilities, admin, adjust. Yeah, things are a little wonky here today in Second Life for me. Some things aren't working. I can't res the adjusters, so something is goofy. Stop, adjust, adjust. Ah, well, that's interesting. Remember last time I took this pad up with adjusters resed and they went ahead and died? I ended up just having to click the stop adjust because apparently the pad thought that adjusters were res still. And then once I hit the adjust, everything was okay. That's not really what I wanted to talk to you about. What I wanted to talk to you about is the fact that I'm setting a bit lower than I should be. And when I stand, The adjuster looks like it's maybe a little bit low, but not that much. Let me go ahead and go back here and go to that other pose, stories. Now, this avatar is not too low. Let me go ahead and sit this thing. But you see, I'm still too low. My feet's inside the pad, and my buns are inside the pad, and all of that neat stuff. And I didn't really get too excited about it. And let me talk about why. Um, with nPose or any other pose engine, when we set up poses, we only have one chance. We have to set it up the best we can. And the odds of having an avatar come and sit down, they're pretty low. They're not really high, we'll put it that way, that their avatar size is exactly the same as ours. So if we use our avatar and adjust to our avatar, the next person that comes along probably isn't going to be the same size as our avatar, and their position will be different. So it's kind of arbitrary as to which position we actually use as our base. And that's why I wasn't too excited. I could adjust that to me if this pad were only going to be used by me and actually no one else, or for a specific set of avatars. We could adjust to our avatars and get away with it, and everything's fine. But if we've got a bunch of different avatars that are going to be using this pad, it's not going to be good for all of them. So, say I use the Animesh. These Animesh figures are built based upon someone's idea of the average size of an avatar in Second Life. Okay, so odds are our avatars or our Animeshes are going to match the most people. And I don't know what that number is. I could guess and say maybe it's 20, 30% of the avatars in Second Life will match the size of these Animesh, or be closer than using my own or using your own or whatever it may be. So nPose definitely has a way to get around this, and let me show you how this works, and we'll explain it. It's called offsets. nPose has these offsets which allow each avatar to adjust his position based on their avatar size. It is an offset to the settings we used when we set up the adjusters. And we can go up, and right now we're at 0.2 meters for each adjustment. So if I were to go up 0.2 meters, I didn't even see it go. It doesn't move. What's going on here? Forward, nothing's moving. Let's set the 0.2 meters, I guess. Up, left, forward. Okay. This thing should be working, and it is not. Now it's time to do a reset. There's nothing else that I can do except for do a reset. So let me stop these adjusters. Oh, having the adjusters set, that's what messed me up. Okay, let me go back to offsets. Let's reset offsets. There, that put me down. Now then, if we were to want it to move up by 0.2 meters, yeah, now it does. 0.2 meters is a lot, so let's go 0.05. and try going up there. And that's looking pretty close. If we went up to 0.01, up just a little bit more, and a little bit more, this is starting to look close. Oh, my butt is kind of flat. Somewhere in there, these are my offsets now. They will be applied to me, and they will be saved. They will apply to me no matter which seat I'm in. So if I wanted to change seats to seat 2, those offsets apply. Seat 3, those offsets apply. Seat 4, those offsets apply. If I stand and reset, nPose will apply my offsets to my avatar. No one else's, just mine. So these are personal settings, and they're a way to get around the fact that my avatar is not the exact same size as the avatar which was used to set up the poses. Interestingly enough, the adjusters appear to ignore the offsets. That's something I didn't know before. This is something good to know. As soon as I stop the adjusters, the offsets apply to me. I guess that's a way to keep you from adjusting poses based on offsets. So I kind of like that. nPose has got your back there a little bit. And make sure that you can't mess up. Anyway, with all that said, I think I can complete this video and get away from it. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.